Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Mostly gentlemen, I'm sure, but um, I may have some ladies who follow me. It's not because of my face, but um, this is Bronson's By Any Means Necessary fantasy football talk for Saturday, January 1st, 2022. I have to get used to saying 2022 now. I'm writing 2022. But this will be my running back and wide receiver spikes. And Yikes, we're going to do them first because I forgot to do them last week. We're going to get this out of the way as quickly as possible since I don't really have a whole lot else to say today. But I'm so excited for my weekend, man. It wasn't that long of a week, really. Just been incredibly tired this week. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, I'm ready for my weekend, and I'm definitely ready for next weekend. I'm ready for my little mini weekend vacation, and I'm already planning my real vacation. I call it real vacation because it's more than a weekend. Planning on spending 5 days at a destination here at the end of the month, end of January, early February. Already talked it out with my boss. That was kind of already the week I was planning on taking a vacation, and he confirmed that was probably going to be the best time because we got a lot of changes that are upcoming possibly here in the next couple of months at my job, and I wanted to get on the same page with him and find out when a good time to request some time off would be. He said that time. I said great. What I was looking at anyway, so just need to put in the request, and I plan on purchasing my plane tickets, possibly my rental car, all that stuff here in the next couple of days. I'm really excited to start traveling again, man. I really needed a trip this last month. This month's been crazy, and it's so good for my mental health to get traveling too. I realize it's like my antidepressant. It's like my fix. I need my monthly fix now that I'm traveling, in order to just stay calm, cool, and collected. But anyway, let's get to it. Wide receivers that I am yiking this week here in Week 17, the championship week, starting with Justin Jefferson of my Vikings at the Packers tomorrow night, which is a game that I will not be watching because the Packers are going to kill us. Because Sean Mannion, who is a former Oregon State Beaver, who I followed closely while he was in college, I thought wrongly, incorrectly, that he was going to be a good NFL quarterback. He is terrible. We have no chance of winning with Sean Mannion playing quarterback. I don't know why it's not Kellen Mond getting his opportunity. That's Mike Zimmer for you. Mike Zimmer is an idiot, although people will claim that he knows more about football than me. Perhaps he does, but when it comes to quarterbacks and offense, I don't believe that he does. So anyway, Sean Mannion is starting. The weather's supposed to be really bad, so just really cold with a lot of wind. I don't foresee the Vikings passing game being very productive. Starting with Justin Jefferson, he's at 5 for the week. That's top 5. I don't have him as a wide receiver 1 for the week at all. Next, going with Deontay Johnson of the Steelers. He's at 12 versus the Browns. Deontay Johnson is seeing a lot of volume, a lot of targets, but he's not really doing a whole lot with those targets, and the way Ben Roethlisberger has really been struggling this season against a really good Browns defense in a game that's quite possibly Ben Roethlisberger's final game. I think he's going to have a lot of emotions in that game. I don't know how. I'm not sold on him being super productive. So Deontay Johnson is outside my top 15 for the week. DJ Moore of the Panthers is at 19 against the Saints. That's top 20. DJ Moore is definitely top 20 talent in the league, possibly a top 10 talent, and he's looked good for his career. He looked good early on this year, but lately he has not done enough to warrant being more than a flex play. So he's outside my top 20. And then lastly, I got Marquise Brown of the Ravens. He's at 21 versus the Rams. He's going to CJ Ramsey primarily, and that's always a tough matchup for any wide receiver. And with the fact that we have no idea who's going to play quarterback for the Ravens for like the second straight week now, which really killed me in my money league last week because I had Jackson and Huntley. I insured myself at the quarterback position, and I still failed because I had Garoppolo, who played on Thursday, who I didn't play because I was like, I don't need Garoppolo. I have Lamar Jackson and Tyler Huntley. Whoever starts for the Ravens is going to be my quarterback here in the semifinal. Turns out neither one of them started. I had to go pick up freaking Ian Book off waivers, and that was a miserable flop. So I'm a little bitter. But Marquise Brown is outside my top 25 this week because of the uncertainty at quarterback, because of the fact that I do like Tyler Huntley. I think he's good. He's got a future in this league. But he's not, not the greatest passer in the game either. And there's just a lot of factors that have me knocking Marquise Brown down the list a little bit. Now, for the wide receivers that I'm spiking, that I like this week, guys outside the top 25 who could be potential top 20 or high-end flex plays, starting with Odell Beckham of the Rams at 26 against the Ravens. Odell Beckham has been very productive. I need to take a breath here for a minute. I'm talking a little fast. Odell Beckham Jr. has been very productive for the Rams since signing with them. He's averaging about a touchdown a week. I don't see any reason why that changes this week against the Ravens defense. That is not your daddy's Ravens defense. It's not nearly as good as it usually is. Tyler Boyd of the Bengals, 32 versus Chiefs. Tyler Boyd has been outstanding for the last couple of weeks. The Bengals' passing game really has been great. And against the Chiefs in a game that, we could see 100 points between the two teams in this game, I'd be starting every single Bengal Chief player that I have. This should be the most entertaining game of the week, in my opinion. I like Tyler Boyd as a top 20 play this week. Brandon Ayuk of the 49ers. He's way down at 39 versus the Texans. I like him this week. I just have a hunch that he's gonna have a big day. I think Debo is still gonna be good, but I think Ayuk is gonna. The discrepancy between Debo and Ayuk this week is going to get a little closer. Ayuk's going to have a big day. Debo's going to have a typical Debo 2021 day. And lastly, Jacoby Myers of the Patriots. He's at 41 versus the Jaguars. I think this is going to be a big Jacoby Myers week. He's going to see a lot of targets, get a lot of yards, hopefully a touchdown against a really, really piss poor Jaguars defense. Okay. Moving on to running backs. Running backs, I'm yiking here. Starting with Alvin Kamara at 6 of the Saints versus Carolina. Alvin Kamara was a big contributing factor to me losing my semifinal matchup. Actually, for the last 2 years, Alvin Kamara. This last week, he did jack shit with Ian Book as his quarterback, so he cost me. I probably wasn't going to win anyway, but he didn't help me at all. And then last season, he decided to have his 6 touchdown day. Not only was it against my Vikings, so that was one stab through the heart, but it was also against me in the semifinal of my playoff. So second stab in the heart. So Alvin Kamara has been responsible for me missing the championship for consecutive years now. And I never did like the guy ever since he came into the league. He did that. He trashed Minnesota with that. I don't remember the exact phrasing, but he was bad mouthing Minnesota, and yeah. So not the biggest Kamara fan, but definitely I think he has a bounce back week this week against Carolina with Taysom Hill back, but. Again, with Taysom Hill back, that's going to eat into Alvin Kamara's goal line opportunities. So Kamara's going to have to get it done between the 20s, which is typical of him. But definitely hoping for a better week than last week. But I don't know if he's going to have a top 6 week. So he's a little lower on my list. Next, we got Devin Singletary of the Bills. He's a 13 versus the Falcons. I like Devin Singletary. He's a good player. I always thought he should have got more run in Buffalo. I don't know why they drafted Zach Moss, honestly, and with the way they've been using Zach Moss lately, I still don't know why they drafted Zach Moss, but Devin Singletary deserves to be the guy in Buffalo, and I'm glad he's finally earned that opportunity. But I don't know if he's a bit top 15 running back. For me, I think this is going to be more of a Josh Allen passing day and less of a Devin Singletary running for 100 yards day. So, still a good flex play. Still possibly top 20 running back, not top 15 for me. Next, we've got Elijah Mitchell. He's a 16 versus the Texans. He's coming back from an injury. He's missed a couple of weeks. I don't know if he's 100%. He's still questionable at this point. He may not even play at all. A lot of risk involved there. I'm not sure if with how successful Deebo Samuel has been playing de facto pseudo running back for them. Elijah Mitchell's probably not going to get a lot of goal line touches, even if he does play the majority of the snaps. So I just don't like Elijah Mitchell much this week. He's outside my top 20. And lastly, for the running backs that I am yiking, Saquon Barkley makes the list again. He's a lot lower on the list this week. He's at 24, which is still in flex consideration. But if you've been following or paying any attention to Saquon Barkley this year, he shouldn't even be a consideration for a flex play this year. He has been awful. I feel bad for the guy. I don't know what's going on. Because he came into the league with so much hype. He looked really good in college. And he looked good as a rookie. He looked like a future star, but these injuries have seemingly ruined him. He may not even be like a running back one he shouldn't even be a running back one on a team right now. He's just so bad. So hopefully he can get right in the offseason. I don't know, but because a lot of potential is still there for him. But he's not somebody we should be starting in fantasy football. We honestly, looking back, we shouldn't have started Saquon Barkley ever this year. Now, for the running backs that I'm spiking, I like Jarrett Patterson of the Reds. I keep saying Redskins, man. I'm old. I'm old enough to remember when they were the Redskins. Washington football team at 26, so he's just outside. Or still in flex consideration. I like him as a top 20 running back this week because Antonio Gibson and J.D. McKissic are both out. So Jarrett Patterson is going to be the guy for the Washington football team this week against the Eagles in a game where, if the Washington football team can hang around in this game, Jarrett Patterson should have a really big role. Next, Deontay Foreman. He's at 28. Titans versus Dolphins. I like Deontay Foreman to have a bounce back week this week. He's a top 20 play for me. Definitely liking him against the Dolphins. Blitz happy defense that has been really good lately, but I like the Titans. I don't know. I just like Deontay Foreman this week. I'm blabbering. Next, James Conner of the Cardinals, way down at 34 against the Cowboys. Like James Conner, if James Conner is healthy and ends up playing this game, he's a top 20 play because he's been outstanding. Excuse me, this year I got the hiccups. He's been outstanding this year. I know Chase Edmonds is healthy again, and Chase Edmonds is going to definitely eat into his touches, but James Conner is, even pre-Chase Edmonds injury, James Conner was getting it done in the end zone, and I don't see that, ending just because Chase Edmonds is suddenly, healthy again. James Conner's still going to have his role down on the goal line. That's still going to make him a very useful piece on a fantasy team here in the championship game. And lastly, Jonathan Williams of the Washington football team against the Eagles. Jonathan Williams is going to be the number 2 guy here for the Washington football team, and he's probably going to be the goal line guy because Jarrett Patterson is not super big. Jonathan Williams is a bigger running back. As of yesterday, I was literally the only person on ESPN who owned Jonathan Williams. I picked him up yesterday. His ownership was at 0.0%. I picked him up, so I put him at 0.1 or something. I'm sure it's gone up since then. I haven't looked. I'm probably going to start Jonathan Williams in the championship game week because I've got, well, I'm not in the championship. I'm playing for third place, which is still going to earn me some money because this is the league that I lost last week because of being Book and Alvin Kamara and having no Lamar Jackson or Tyler Huntley or whatever. Now I have no James Robinson or Terrell Henderson or Christian McCaffrey. So really, Alvin Kamara is the only running back I've got. So I went out, scrounged up whatever running backs I could find on the wire who may have some kind of role this week. Jonathan Williams was the most promising one to me because I know that he's going to be the goal line guy for the Washington football team. So Jonathan Williams is not even ranked this week. He's outside the top 50, but I think he should be definitely in the flex consideration, definitely inside the top 30 for me this week. If comes down to Saquon Barkley or Jonathan Williams, I'm definitely going Jonathan Williams, and you probably should as well. I'm hoping that I get third place at least because I was the number one seed. My team was dominant all year, and then now it has been trash. It doesn't even resemble a playoff team. It doesn't even resemble the team that I started the year that I had just 4 weeks ago. But I should have Tyler Huntley back this week at least, so that's something. And then if Kamara can do something, if Jonathan Williams can do something, I might have a chance. I don't know who I don't have a great flex option, but I did pick up Derek Gore with the anticipation that Clyde Edwards-Helaire was going to be out, and he is out. So Derek Gore in that enticing Chiefs Bengals game could get me a touchdown or two. It might be nice. I might flex play him. That's a decision I still need to make. It's literally a decision that could cost me money. I'd like to get my entry fee back at least. That would make this season semi redeemed. I felt like I really had a really good team. If I end up in fourth place and no money after being so good for most of the regular season, it's just going to feel very empty. So, hoping I can get this win, and I'm hoping that I'm going to win some money in my other money league, no matter what. First and second both get a decent chunk, but obviously I'd like to win. That would help the sour taste of losing the other number one seed money league team losing in the semifinal. This number one seed team could finish the job. That would be great. But yeah, so that's my running back and wide receiver spikes and yikes for the championship week. I'm not really feeling super tired, so I'll probably stay up and do tight ends and quarterbacks tonight. Depends on how long this video takes to upload. So I'll probably film it today and upload it tomorrow because sometimes my videos take a long time to upload. But yeah, your best luck to you tomorrow, and hope maybe by some miracle of God who seems to hate me, the Vikings will pull out some freaking stunning defeat of the Packers. But really, I don't even know if I want them to. I want Mike Zimmer gone. I want these slim playoff chances to just be done. I want this season done with. I want the team to lose as many games as possible now so we can get a good draft pick. I'm over it. I'm over this team this year. But man, I don't want the Packers to win the damn game either. I don't want them either. But I don't know how to feel. I don't know what to think about this game. We just really need to give Kellen Mond an opportunity to start here. But I'm pushing 20 minutes now, so I'm going to end this mercifully to viewers. So peace, love, and nacho fries. Hang loose and good luck and Happy New Year as well. Thank you so much.